Hi, welcome to week 2. Last week we learned to keep secrets. Encryption, AES, the one-time pad, all that great stuff. It still leaves us with a problem. Suppose I've encrypted a message with AES and I need to send it to you. Well, for you to be able to decrypt it, I also have to send you the key. Now, if I could send if I had a way of sending the key securely, I could have just sent the message in the first place without encrypting it. So what am I going to do about this? This is called the key distribution problem, and for decades it was considered unsolvable. Let me give you an analogy. Suppose I wanted to send you a locked box, and hoping with the hope you could open it. Well, I could send you the key separately, but the problem is then the postman might be able to steal it. And I obviously cannot put the key inside the box because you won't be able to open it to get it. So we seem to be at an impasse. We seem stuck. And so it seemed in the world of crypto security until 1976, when along came Diffie and Hellman, and they had this absolutely beautiful idea, one of the most beautiful ideas in computer science. And they came up with a way you could agree on a shared secret in public without ever transmitting the secret itself. I know it sounds like magic, and it kind of is, but it's possible, and it's all mathematical, and we'll learn that. Here's a rather tortured metaphor for this. Imagine we're mixing paint. We both start with a tin of yellow paint. That's public. Everyone knows about the yellow. Now I secretly add red to my yellow. I've now got orange. You secretly add blue to your yellow. You now have green. We exchange our mixed colors in public. The person can see the orange and the green. That's fine. Now I take your green and add my secret red. You take my orange and add your secret blue, and we both end up with murky brown stuff. But nobody knows how to unmix this except for us. We know how to deal with the brown and get back to the original colors. Nobody else knows how to do that, so we have the secret safe in our own hands. That's the core idea. I know it's not that helpful, but we'll see how to do this using maths, which will be more transparent in a way. The maths uses modular exponentiation, not paint, exponentiation instead not paint, and we'll get to that, but the principle's the same. So this is the way this week goes. Lesson 2.1 is the key exchange. We learn about the problem, and we learn about the Diffie-Hellman solution, the paint mixing in mathematical form. Lesson 2.2 is RSA, which is probably the most famous algorithm in this field, and that's called asymmetric cryptography, and it involves exchanging keys, and you'll learn about that. Think of it as a mailbox. Anyone can drop a letter in, but only the owner has the key to open it. Lesson 2.3 is about digital signatures, how you can prove that you've got the letter, the message from the person you think you've got it from. And lesson 2.4 is about TLS, which is the protocol by which the internet does all this stuff we've been talking about. Every time you see a little padlock in a website, it means it's using exactly what we've been talking about. For the portfolio this week, you'll be designing the key exchange for the AtherGod Vault. Here's the idea. A whistleblower needs to send a document to a journalist. They've never met the journalist. They can't trust the internet. How do they make that transaction happen? By the end of the week, you will have the tools to do that, and you will put it into your portfolio. So on to lesson 2.1. See you at the end of the week for the worked example. I'm sorry if these metaphors went a bit haywire, but hey, maybe the metaphors are there to help you understand where we're going. But maybe once you've done the math, you can understand the metaphors. It's kind of loop. Anyway, this is a great chapter. So we will, or week or whatever we are. And I will see you at the end with, I think, an example of the RSA algorithm. Okay, bye-bye.